Caenis, depends on what gender they are, or appearing as. This form is definitely feminine. Even the developers are not saying what gender unknown, and there is literally a Caenis trait. This is a can of worms. Talk about gender. So we're gonna skip that. Just know Mordred and Caenis are like two servants I would summon to just like chill and do guy jokes with. Like they act like teenagers or like young adults, and they are the type to like just go to a bar and start drinking and get smashed. I personally would. These are Mordred and Caenis, two servants I actually wouldn't mind like summoning, like in an actual real war. I think we'd have like good enough synergy that I'm not getting a hole in my throat or getting my. I am actually not saying that. The joke I was about to make was sticking this trident through running it through my spine. That has a very different meaning, and I'm not actually saying it. If you know the joke I'm thinking of, you know the joke. That's not happening to me. No, thank you. Base attack. Oh my god, I'm not actually saying this. I'm not. 9.8, basically 9.9k attack, very high for a 4-star 9th class servant. HP, this is like very anemic, almost berserker level anemic of not having any HP. It's good enough. It's definitely good enough. Caenis has defense in their kit, if I'm not mistaken. Also, I love the like Grecian warrior design. A lot of them have like these belts that like hold their armor up, and they're not like full body armor because that would weigh them down. And also Caenis does not need armor. I don't know if you guys know the lore, but basically Caenis is basically Achilles if they're on the water. Like you cannot kill them. They are ridiculously strong on water. Star weight, Sergeant, these are normal Lancer class numbers. Little higher Sergeant. MP charge 0.86%, which is good considering the hit counts. Quick cards are gonna refund a good amount. Arts card, if you crit on this, it's gonna go very fast. It's not Vitch's arts card, but it's gonna go by, like your gauge is gonna go up a lot if you actually crit on it. So hit count in general, double quick, arts, double buster. Buster has 3 hits on it, and extra attack 5 hits. Good standard hits, nothing bad at all. There's nothing amazing, but for a unit like Caenis, you do want just like everything to be functioning properly. First skill, Monstrous Strength, 40% attack for 2 turns on a 5-turn cooldown. I am going to flat out say, you are not using Caenis for normal buster farming. If anything, you would be using them in 90+, and like, I'm not trying to like super hype up this servant, but when I actually like theory craft, like Caenis can actually hit like ridiculous attack numbers. Like it's actually really fucking stupid how much attack they can actually roid out if you get lucky. Like if you get the setup for this, it is like mind-blowing attack damage that this is gonna get roided out with power mods and buster up. Like you kind of don't want to be doing like thinking of Caenis as a normal buster servant. So spoiler alert, they don't have a 30%. They do have a battery. If you want to do buster farm, sorry, coffee. If you want to do buster farming, you're gonna need double Oberon, but that's not what I think Caenis's best role is. I think their best role is as a hybrid crit MP DPS emphasis on the crit. So 2 turns on a 5-turn cooldown. This means if you pop double bitch batteries, you can pop this back to back. I think that's their best role. You should, for the first wave, it really should just be like Arash or someone else to clear it. If the next and in the next wave, next 2 waves, if one of them is 3 enemies, preferably the second wave. If the second wave is 3 enemies and the last wave is 1, you're gonna be able to see something really, really cool. So you double stack this with Vitch. That is 80% attack that you'll have on that 3rd wave. It gets way higher. This is what the skill was before the buff. Activates 3 attacks, 3 turns. Increases own normal attack for 1 turn when normal attacking. Activates first, and then inflicts an attack down by 10% when you normal attack. So think about how much this attack this is, and it activates first. 2 times 3 is 6. Put another 0. Put a 0 after that 6. That's 60. This is 100% attack that you can get out in a single turn. And this is on a 5-turn too, which is why I say wave 3 having the 1 enemy, you'll have 200 attack up for the final Buster crit. Let me restate that. You'll have 200% attack to multiply with any other buffs you have, including Buster up and crit up for the final Buster card when you're using them with double Vitch. So that's 100% attack, 100% Buster crit damage, and 100% Buster damage. And if you throw Merlin in there, because you're doing, say you're using Arash for the first wave, that's another 50% Buster and another 100% crit damage. And that's when this was unbuffed. I know Caenis was not the biggest, most used character, but that's a character you don't need MP5 for when you think about that. You don't need MP5 to hit that kind of damage. And we're not done yet. This got buffed, and now you get stars per turn, 15 of them, and a 20% battery that is flat. Oh my god. I have not used this character, but I was not seeing this kind of potential last time I talked about Caenis. I definitely was not seeing this kind of potential because I was fairly new to the game. I have not had that kind of experience with Vitch before I got Caenis on NA. I've never had Vitch and Caenis on the same account. This is something I really, really want to do for a 90 plus or a 90 plus plus. And I actually do, I know, oh no. Because I was thinking of the node I used for Melisande, but that is Artemis rerun, and that isn't happening again. And that node was also the wrong structure because it was 3, 1, 2, and I would have wanted the 1 to be wave 3. Wait, yeah, Melisande is gonna farm that easy clap. Yeah, so this is very good. They had a problem critting. They didn't have a battery, so Caenis gets a 20% battery. That's flat. Awesome. Very nice buff. This helps them crit more. It helps them crit more and MP more. And despite what I'm saying, the MP isn't the selling point for Caenis, their MP is actually very, very good for this kind of setup. And I think this is what they intentionally designed Caenis for. 3rd skill. 3,000 damage cut for 3 turns, 3 attacks. This is the highest fucking damage cut I have ever seen in this game. Off the top of my head. Most common is 1,000 or 500. The biggest jump lately was Clock or Tenochtitlan in Lost Belt 7, and they give 2,000 to the party for 3 attacks, 3 turns. This is a lot higher. If you have any other defensive buffs, you are not taking any damage that turn because it goes damage percent down and then you do the damage cut. So if it goes below 3000, you don't take damage. And then you get a one-time 3-turn guts, 3k HP. Good, that keeps you alive. Magic resist 15%. Debuff resist. Madness enhancement EX 12% buster in the kit. Oh my god, for what I'm trying to sell you on, because I am kind of selling, like, I'm definitely hyping Caenis up. This is not a servant that is gonna carry you through farming. This is just a fun servant that you can do like really cool shit with. Is it gonna be the most meta? No. Do you need, like, straight up, do you need Caenis? No, you do not. This is just like fun. This is just something fun you can do if you have them, and it doesn't matter what your MP copy is, because I'll tell you straight up, it doesn't matter. So you got essence, extra damage, arts card is better than what it says here. Awesome. You want this to be as good as possible if you only have one. So mana loading versus extra attack. In most cases for crit DPSs, you do want, or like solo servants, you do want extra attack. Extra attack will get roided to oblivion. You will get the 200% attack for this extra attack. And that does matter a lot. So yeah, changed my mind about that mid-review. This is going to be very helpful. Mana loading with this 20% battery will let you start with a 60% CE, maybe preferably one that's all attack, that gives buster crit damage. Either one would be helpful, or if you want to be really spicy, go for a power mod, because, you know, MP damage, that doesn't affect the carding. Power mods, they do, and they are in the same part of the formula as MP damage. Sorry for any misconceptions I did in the past. I know, like, versus was super effective versus power mods. I've said there are two different things that multiply. MP damage and power mods add into each other, but in most cases you're not, like, you don't get MP damage on face cards, and like most power mods are given on the MP, so it's like kind of already calc with the damage. Misconception on my part. You use this and you can go for a more damaging CE than a K scope to make Caenis like really work. But there are exceptions to this. There are other options. Explore them. I think there is, like, I think I would have to theory craft more. Like, I can't do this off the top of my head. Like weird buster farming. That's why normal buster farming is easy. You don't have to think about it. Trying to do buster farm with Caenis, you are definitely thinking. Anti-ruler, this is a joke. Don't get this. Like, why are you bringing a night class to fight a ruler in serious DPS? Unless they get like a trait that ignores this. But how rare is that? How rare are you getting a trait that lets night class hit rulers for normal damage? Almost never. Okay. Their MP is awesome. The overcharge is kind of weak. The base effect, 50% crit damage for 3 turns. This is Zenobia's, just not as good. And it doesn't matter what copy you have. I'm talking about, like, yes. Yeah. This part does not affect the MP. It doesn't. It affects the normal attack, because the extra attack is a normal attack. It doesn't affect the MP. This is going to make this even better. Own kit, they get a crit buff, which again is why I say best setup. Arash kills wave 1, Caenis MPs wave 2, and is able to kill without carding. If you card, your damage is definitely going to go down, because it's very important that you are able to double pop this without using any of the skills in order for the big a big damage at the end. But yeah, if you by some miracle are actually able to get more than one of this, awesome, you have another 50% crit damage. But you don't want to do this. Sorry, you don't want to MP the same turn you're trying to pull this strat off. You don't, because that means your last Buster card, even if it's a Buster Brave Chain, is not getting the full attack buff it could. It would be from here, it would be 80%. Yeah, it'd be 80% instead of 120%. So that's a significant difference. It will buff up the extra attack, but would you want more Buster crit damage, or do you want like a stronger extra attack? I think most people, if you're roiding Caenis out with Vitch and possibly Merlin or any other support, maybe even Nightingale, because now her skill is actually really good on JP, you're gonna want like as much damage as possible. Bond CE, Buster crit performance 15% and crit damage, but decreases defense by 10% while on the field. I would definitely not go with this. I literally brought up Merlin. If you use Merlin CE, you get this without the demerit, a little lower number, but like at that point, it doesn't matter. You have so much Buster up and crit damage that it's not gonna matter. Leveling skills, just really this is the most egregious one, but I don't know, like it's not the hardest thing to farm. These are just annoying. So once again, do you need to summon for Caenis? No. Does this buff like drastically improve their gameplay? I mean, this for crits, yes. Like, then you get extra stars when you're trying to pull this off, just in case the bitch stars weren't enough. Just in case you needed the power mod to kill the enemy, at least one of them. Use one of the power mods to help you kill like the AoE with the MP. But I like seeing the potential for this servant. I think it's like really cool how much damage you can actually push out with Caenis. Yes, it's theory crafting. Yes, this is not standard Buster farming, and like this would never even come up in normal Buster farming. You would be trying to like blow them up with the MP, not with Buster crits. I mean, this is fun. Think about like how big the number can go up. That is fun for me. I don't believe Caenis is going to be on Rate Up. I think it's Anastasia. I don't actually know when they're going to go on Rate Up anytime soon. They are story locked though. So you technically can get Caenis at any time. I don't. Oh, no. Sorry. Caenis is on Rate Up. By that. All right. I was about to derp that. Caenis is on Rate Up with Anastasia and Salieri. So if you are summoning on this banner for Anastasia, I guess Caenis is a good compromise. You just need one copy. You don't need MP5. It's not gonna do like much, especially because I'm like heavily not emphasizing the MP. I'm emphasizing Buster crits. So giving foes leveling up Caenis is like how you would get more damage. Not MP copies. MP copies would just mean you don't have to base card with Caenis after the MP, or you can let your supports do it if they can push out enough damage, which you're using with Bitch. You might have enough damage. You might get a full Buster chain. Anyway, that's my talk about Caenis. I didn't even think I was gonna appreciate Caenis as much as I do. I am genuinely going to try to level up Caenis soon to like pull off like really cool shit, because this looks like it could be really cool. All right, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. If you enjoyed this video, please drop a like, comment, sub, all that good YouTube stuff. I'm putting this at the end of the video because I'm really bad about selling out mid-video. So thank you for watching.